This is a podfic of the Whirlpool Express, written by Lialee, Ederian, read by Ederian, a One Piece x Naruto crossover fanfiction. Summary: the Uzumaki whirlpools are more than defenses against intruders. They're gateways to other worlds. Well, some of them, at least. And Naruto, being Naruto, has the misfortune of finding one of them. Unfortunately, he also happens to lose the particular whirlpool he came out of, and considering this new world is mostly water, things have gotten a little more complicated. Also known as the story where Naruto jumps into every whirlpool in sight, decides Shanks is an Uzumaki, and adopts the Straw Hats because he's missing his kids, but not necessarily in that order. Notes: another fun title for this fic, The Uzumaki Guide to Accidental Adoption. If there's one thing that the Straw Hats weren't expecting, despite having done so much one might say should have trained them for everything, it was a reverse mountain. But that was still workable, and so was the giant whale which swallowed them, and the guy living in the stomach of the whale, and the two people with weird names hunting the whale. Okay, those were a lot of things, but they did at least make them feel better about what to expect in the Grand Line. But not even they were expecting to find a whirlpool forming right in front of their ship. Nami panicked, Sanji swooned over her, Usopp screamed his head off, and Luffy laughed. Zoro, of course, slept through the whole thing. And then a man jumped out of the whirlpool, landing on the deck, his smile falling. "Seriously?" he muttered, looking around, his blonde hair glinting in the sunlight, and wait, were those 3 whiskers? Like a cat? I'm still here? "Whoa," Luffy said in excitement. "Whirlpool guy, join my crew." "Luffy!" Nami started to screech, she and Usopp cowering behind Sanji anyway. "Huh," Zoro said, waking up from his nap from the scent of a strong person. "You here to fight?" The blond man blinked and turned to look at the lot of them. "Pirates, huh?" he asked. "Good on ya. Fight the government. Yours is shitty anyway." Surprisingly, Sanji snorted. "The name's Naruto," the man continued. "Sorry, but I can't join your crew, kid. I'm trying to go back home." "Aw," Luffy said. "You seem strong." Naruto grinned. "Course I'm strong," he agreed. "I'm Uzumaki Naruto Datebayo, the 7th Hokage." He scowled. "Unless stupid Sasuke takes over while I'm gone." Nami stepped closer at the lack of hostility, clearing her throat. "You're not from the Grand Line, then?" Behind her, Usopp started muttering a story about having traveled all the seas beyond the Grand Line that spurred a confused look from Naruto and willful ignorance from everyone else. Yeah," the man said. "I fell into a whirlpool back in my world and came out here. Been trying to find a whirlpool back ever since." There was silence. "What the fuck?" Sanji said, his cigarette falling. "There are other worlds?" Nami screeched again. "I, the great Usopp, have been to—" "Huh," Zoro said again. "Sounds a lot more strong people to fight." Luffy, unfortunately, was the craziest of the lot and made a run for it, eyes sparkling, only stopped by Naruto grabbing the back of his shirt at Nami's scream of "Stupid captain!" "Oi," Naruto said. "I told you this one didn't work." "Excuse him," Sanji said. "He's an idiot." "I want to adventure to another world," Luffy protested. "Let's go, Nami." Nami ran over just to hit him on the head. "I can't navigate to another world yet, Captain," she told him heatedly. Naruto started to laugh. "You're a funny bunch, aren't you?" he asked in amusement. "Of course," Usopp said, puffing up his chest. "And we're going right up to the end of the Grand Line." "I'm going to be the king of pirates," Luffy said, matter-of-factly. "Which means we shall surely find this whirlpool and be the first warriors of the sea to visit another world." Usopp finished. Naruto was silent for a while. Tell you what, he said. If I don't find a way back for the next bit, I'll hit you up. Maybe you can help me out then. You okay with that? Yeah, Luffy said happily. We'll be stronger then, too. Stronger than you, Zoro suggested. Naruto smirked. I'll take that challenge, he said cheerfully, then winked at them and jumped off the ship. The next time Luffy saw Naruto was as he stood inches away from Ace, the Marine Admiral's blazing fist going in slow motion in his brother's direction, Luffy unable to do a single thing to stop it. And then there was a flash of light and thunder and twisting wind, and Akainu went slamming back into the air and away. And there was silence. The battlefield falling into shock paralysis as a new factor landed on the battlefield. Naruto? Luffy asked. The man turned and grinned at him, his eyes shadowed but his smile strong. Hey, Luffy. Told you I'd come find you if I couldn't go back. He turned to the Marines and his voice went cold enough that it might even have begun haki. And then I found out what shitstorm was happening here, and I had to run ahead. Run ahead? Ran the Marine asked from the side. Thank you, Luffy said earnestly, in so much relief at a powerful ally coursing through his veins, fell unconscious right into his brother's arms. Take care of the kid, Naruto told Ace, cracking his knuckles. I'ma hold things off here until Shanks gets here. Wait, Shanks is coming? Ace asked. Of course, Naruto said. Who do you think told me this was happening? You're with Shanks' crew? Ivanov asked. Naruto snorted. No way, he said. I promised the kid first. He pointed at Luffy. But Shanks is my brother, so I can see why you would be confused. What the? In the middle of Shanks' speech to end the war, there was only one person blasé enough to interrupt. Now that Naruto had waved goodbye and ran out onto the sea, literally on the sea, and that was after he'd manifested that monster fox with 9 tails and a bloodthirsty grin. You have a brother? Whitebeard asked in amusement. If he's not part of your crew, I'm taking him. Shanks frowned. What are you talking about? I don't... He paled and then started groaning. God damn it, Uzumaki, he shouted vaguely in Naruto's direction. I'm not your goddamn brother. I don't know, Captain Ben said, smirking. He's definitely taking you back with him. Why not just accept your fate? Shanks scowled. I hate you. Luffy owed Naruto his life. More importantly, he owed him Ace's life, which meant that the next 2 years of his life, with random visits from the man on the island he was training on, were very much welcome. Especially since Naruto often decided to help him out and spar. Can't teach you my moves, he said, because chakra works weird in you guys, but I can give you experience in taijutsu. There was a lot of experience in taijutsu, and Ace, with him for the first couple of months, agreed. Regardless, it was because of his gratitude that Naruto asked where he was planning to go. Luffy asked him to join them again. We've got new members now, he added. You gotta meet them all. Naruto hummed. You know what? Yeah, said. If I can't go back to my kids yet, I might as well look after you kids for now. Luffy made a face and made Naruto promise not to interfere in his fights. Naruto started to laugh. Yeah, he said. I know how bloodthirsty you are, kid. I won't get in your way. Awesome, Luffy said happily. Let's go find your Whirlpool. Later, Nami was only surprised that he remembered how Naruto came to them in the first place. Luffy didn't remember to point out that that was how Naruto tended to come out of everywhere these days. The end.